Okay? All right. Index cards to the ready. So here we go. I've defined a function of 3 arguments, and my intention is that the function take a first argument, which is some kind of a scalar, and then 2 arguments that are hashes. So the question, which was alluded to earlier, is which of these is not a legal call to that function? And a hint is that the thing that would make a call not legal is that there is ambiguity about how the argument list ought to be parsed. So think about that for a moment. And let's do an initial vote. Ready? Initial vote. Wow. OK, you guys caught on really fast. Let's discuss it. OK. The vote is for green, and happily, it's still true that you guys are really smart. And here's the reason why, right? In all the other 3 examples, in this top example, you can tell that here's an argument, it's delineated by braces, and here's a third argument that just happens to have a single key value pair. That's totally fine. Likewise here, all right, this third choice, it's basically the same, except that I've chosen to include the optional arguments around, or the optional parens around the arg list. And in this last example, I've omitted the parens, but I've got braces around both the hashes. So in all 3 legal parses, there's no question about where one hash ends and a different hash begins, whereas in the green example, there's 3 key value pairs here, but the function wants 2 hashes. And there's no unambiguous way to figure out where the first hash ends and the second hash begins. So, and again, how do you know for a specific function call? If I didn't show you the definition of foo, you couldn't necessarily tell that this green one was illegal, right? If foo had been defined as a function of 2 arguments, the second of which is a hash, then this would be perfectly legal call. So in some cases, you have to understand or look at the function's documentation to understand what makes an illegal call and where you can get away with using poetry mode.